Well, hello and welcome to I Love Gay today, sponsored by GayRealEstate.com. And we are back in Tampa, and we are here with Max Herman from Tampa Bay Tours. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me, Matt.
Absolutely. I thoroughly enjoyed meeting you when we were together at Flock, that first ever LGBT tourism conference that Rachel and her team from Outcoast, Florida put together. So I'm so glad that worked out.
Yeah, it was great. It was a nice event. Rachel does an amazing job, especially with networking. And I had a lot of fun meeting you as well as many other people from the community.
Absolutely. But no, one of the takeaways I had just interviewed right before coming down, I had interviewed someone in New York who does Christopher Street tours. And then I see what you're
Oh,
doing with Tampa Bay tours. I'm like, we have got to get you on the show. And
yes. Thanks for having me. A smaller market, but just as exciting. Tampa is it's a beacon of history and hauntings and all kinds of things that you would love to see on a tour.
yeah, well, that's kind of what you did. Like I took notes, but in general, just it seems like the ones, well, there's one especially that stands out for me, but in general, you do some fantastic history tours, both downtown and Ybor City.
Yes, exactly. Well, history-wise, Tampa and Ybor City, it's pronounced Ybor for those that come visit. I know I got a lot of people that say Ybor, but it's
Yep.
pronounced Ybor. Is an amazing, maybe the best kept secrets in American history. Lots of history when it comes to immigration, progression, um, and basically just changed the course of American history military-wise too, because there was a big base over here during the Spanish-American War.
Okay. And I know that just in general, that's kind of the hub of LGBT life, but it's got quite a history there as well.
Absolutely. In fact, Ybor City was one of the first progressive cities in the South. It had one of the first gay bars in all of the South. Funny story too. Like back in the days when it was pretty much illegal to be a homosexual in the South, if a policeman or a reporter or somebody came knocking on the door, just the girls would go grab a guy would grab a girl, go nothing to see here, guys. But also, in Ybor City especially, the progression that happened in the early '90s pretty much saved the city because Ybor was a huge cigar town, and when the cigar industry crashed in the 30s and 40s, it went empty. I mean, there were more chickens living there than there were people.
Yeah.
But in the early '90s, this section of Ybor City known as Gaybor, Gaybor, pretty much saved the city. It brought a lot of industry this way, lots of shops, lots of retail, and of course also some clubs where everybody can hang out and be themselves.
I remember being at the Honey Pot once upon a time.
Yes, I've been there many times myself. I'm an ally, if you didn't know. I do have a wife and kids and all that, but I know where to have a good time.
Oh man, that was a crazy time. And but on the my recent trip, in fact, when I walked, I took the trolley actually right
Yeah,
into Ybor City, and then as I got off and I walked all the way from one end to the other, I was amazed of how many restaurants and so forth had the flock posters welcoming all of the conference attendees in, and the person I was walking with, we actually chose one from just specifically because of that reason.
that's great. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's very open-armed and diplomatic in Ybor City,
Yeah, I
and
love
that
that.
trolley's free to ride too. Can't beat that.
I know, and it's really fun. It goes right. I went right from downtown straight on in, and I've done it before years ago, but so I knew what I was doing. But
Mhm.
it's still exciting even today.
Oh, absolutely. And in downtown as well. I mean, downtown's starting to blossom a lot. If you went to downtown Tampa 6, 7 years ago, you'd be leaving by maybe 8 or 9 o'clock because after happy hour, everybody's like, we got to get out of here. Now
Yeah.
it's getting a lot more seen of nightclubs and restaurants, and it's kind of coming back to life as well as entertainment. The Tampa Theater downtown, which I have no affiliation with, I just love it. If you're into theater, it's a great place to see.
Well, my favorite part of what you do though is what I was alluding to at the beginning is you do ghost tours, and
Oh, yes.
that looks amazing.
Oh, it's amazing and frightening and very real. I kind of started doing ghost tours because I was like, this should be fun. Let me tell some scary stories and meet some people. Oh no, I've come face to face with them. Over the 8 years I've been doing ghost tours, I've seen them. They've spoken to me. They speak to our guests. We have a lot of great pictures on our website, which I can leave a link for you if you'd like. And it's unbelievable how real this actually is. If I've ever been in a haunted building before, it's the Cuban Club of Ybor City, but you can look that up. It has
Yeah.
been visited by the Dead Files, the Ghost Hunters, and all kinds of TV shows.
Wow. Well, this is perfect timing because Halloween
Yeah,
is right around the corner. So if
exactly.
anybody's
Yeah.
looking for what am I going to do, a ghost tour of Ybor City, that would do it.
Oh, it's the best time, and also it doesn't take over your whole night. It's usually less than 2 hours. 2 hours is the maximum we'll do, and then you're in Ybor. So after the ghost tour, it starts at 8, ends at 10. You're right in the heart of the city where you can go dance, drink, sing karaoke, whatever you're into.
Yeah, I love it. Well, I'm looking forward to all this. My next trip in, I know what I'm going to do. So,
Oh, I'm gonna take you on a tour. You're gonna love it.
in fact, when I saw you, I think you just took Rachel on a tour right before we.
I did. Yeah, she had a great time. She's so sweet too. And she taught me a few things about progression that happened over in St. Petersburg and stuff that I had no idea about. That's the cool thing is being a tour guide. I've been on some tours with the guys like no questions, don't ask questions. That's not how we do things around here.
Yeah,
We do
yeah,
tours for you. It's your tour. If you have a question or a comment or anything you can talk about, I'm a conversationalist. I like to do it.
yeah. I love it. Well, it's the modern way to do it. It's more about it's like social media. It's more about speaking with people and engaging with them rather than just talking at them. So,
Precisely. Yeah.
I think the world is learning
Hopefully, yes.
one
Slowly but
step,
surely.
one step at a time.
One
But no,
step at a time.
most I'm just really glad that you're able to take a few moments of your time and share a bit of what you're up to with our audience here.
Oh, always happy to do it, and I love what you guys do too. I'm a big follower of you and what you do in the exposure to different places and people like myself. We're just out here trying to make a living and do a good job for the public that comes our way, and this really helps us, get our name out there.
Well, thank you so much. Well, great seeing you here.
Good to see you too. Thanks. Have a
Take
good
care.
day.
You too.
So good.